everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're going to be making some triple chocolate chip muffins. And I can tell you that I have torn my house apart looking for my little paper muffin things. I even had some round cake things that I was going to try to make them out of, but just didn't think that's going to work. So you might end up seeing some of these in cupcakes, but they are really a muffin, a breakfast muffin or anytime muffin. First of all, we're going to put in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And then we're going to put in a teaspoon. Oh, I'm going to show you this because I know this is in a baking soda can, but I saved it because it has the little lip that you can clear off on the inside. So I keep my baking soda with one that says baking soda, and I keep my baking powder with one that says baking powder. So I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of the baking soda. Then I'm going to whisk it just a little bit to get that mixed up. And we're going to put in 2 eggs. We're going to put in 2 eggs. Hang on just a second. And we're going to put in 1.5 cups of sour cream. And 1.5 cups of sour cream equals that just the whole 15-ounce container of sour cream. And we're going to mix this just a little bit, just till moist. We're going to put in my oil a little bit. It's 1 cup of oil. So far, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Let me get my little, let me get all my oil out of there. I know that makes a few people ill when I do that, but that's all right. That's what I do, is make people ill. 1 cup of sugar. We're going to put that in a little bit at a time. This is going to be a real thick batter. Okay, we've got 2 eggs. Let me scoop my stuff over. 2 eggs, 2 cups of all-purpose flour. We got 1 15-ounce container of sour cream. We've got 1 cup of oil, 1 cup of sugar. We got a teaspoon of baking soda. Now, we have 1/2 cup of cocoa. Turn it on real low. You don't want that all over you, you know? Made me think of when I was little. We would take that and put a little sugar with that cocoa, and we would pull out our lip, and we'd put it down in our lip, and we would act like we were dipping snuff. That's old memories. Okay, so we've got 1 teaspoon of baking soda. We've got 1/2 cup of chocolate powder, which is cocoa. one little lick. Tasting pretty good. Then I've got to grab me a little towel. Hang on a minute. Squeeze my water out of it. Okay, now I'm going to put in 1 cup, excuse me, get a drink of water. 1 cup of milk chocolate morsels, and then I have 1 cup of the little mini semi-sweet. I'm gonna put those in there. This is gonna be a real wing dinger, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be loaded. One more thing, I almost forgot, I need a teaspoon of vanilla. Then we're gonna make some icing for this. I'm just gonna flip that over and over. If you wanna use dark chocolate, I half and halved it. I like milk chocolate better than I do semi-sweet. But let me make sure that I've got my oven going, and we'll be right back to put them in the muffin tins. Have you ever heard that old saying, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade? That's what I am going to do today. Get my lid over here, get my soda, and my little cloth. Okay, I have one of these Pampered Chef little miniature loaf pans. And you know what? This is what I'm going to use. I've decided this right here will make the little, it's not, and I already had, look, I already had my muffin things fixed. But I decided, you know, like I said, use what you've got. And I'm telling you, I had about 200 of those little muffin liners. Don't know what in the world's wrong. Don't know where I put them, because I probably thought, well, I don't use them that often, so it's not gonna be good for me to stick them in the cabinet, because they'll take up room, and I don't have a lot of cabinet space. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just creating a little safe haven for my little loaves. I've got 2 of these pans. If I have too many to fit in this, I don't think it should do about 12 of them. If you're doing the muffin things, you're gonna love this. I'm supposed to make my icing to go on top. I'm hoping that icing will, I'm gonna finish this up and we'll be back. Okay. I've got these things nice and full, and look, I had to grease up. I want y'all to know that batter's delicious. I mean, I never was one to eat batter, but I can tell you, I could eat that batter. Okay, we've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, we've got 18 of these little mini loaf pans. And that's plenty big enough, really. So I'm gonna put them both in the oven. Okay. If I had to put so much in there, I probably could have got 24, okay? We'll be back. Normally I bake them for about 20 or 25 minutes, but I don't know in this little loaf pan how that's gonna go. So I'll keep an eye on them, and we'll be back to fix the icing. Okay, let's make this quick little icing. First of all, I'm going to put in a half a cup of heavy cream. Half a cup of heavy cream. I'm going to put in about a cup, and this is milk chocolate. I think there's enough, but if you want to use semi or dark chocolate, you can. But I'm gonna put in 1 cup of milk chocolate, but that's my preference, okay? If you like that darker flavor, richer flavor, put just a little bit more. If you like that darker flavor or richer flavor, then that's good. You can use whatever flavor that you like as long as it's a cup. We're going to put this in there. We're going to put just a, let me grab my salt. I'm going to put just a pinch of salt. And I'm going to put just a tad of vanilla. Just, I mean, that's probably about half a teaspoon of the vanilla. I'm going to stir this up a little bit. I'm going to pop it in the microwave. Total, we'll see how long it takes, but it should take about 1.5 minutes, something like that. We're going to put this in there. I'll put it on 2 minutes, and then I'll stop it about every 15 seconds and stir it, okay? And we'll see when it's finished. Okay, 1 minute and 15 seconds is how much I put this on. You can, each microwave is different. And I'm just gonna take this little whisk, and I'm gonna whisk this really, really good. And I want this to cool I want it to totally cool off. So we're gonna let it cool about 15 minutes or more while our muffins are baking. Then we'll let our muffins, our little loaves, we'll let them cool till they're totally cool. See that? Sometimes I'll put just a little bit of Karo syrup, light Karo syrup in there, just like a teaspoon or a tablespoon. It gives it a sheen, a shine. Okay, I'm gonna set this over there. We'll be back whenever those come out of the oven. Got them out of the oven, baked them. But oh, youngins, if you could smell, I took a toothpick and stuck it down through there, come out clean. I knew they were ready. So now we're gonna let them cool along with our icing we're gonna put on them, and they'll be ready to go. Okay, all these are cool, and you can see how thick. I just set it in the refrigerator. You can see how thick that my ganache has got. Bella and I had one without any icing, and I can tell you, holy cow, oh, you talk about good. I thought to myself, daggone, I ought to just make a cake with this batter. This is probably the best muffin or little loaf I didn't have enough room to put all of them on that little cake stand, so I'm just going to icing them and put them in this pan. And anytime you use cream, remember, you need to keep if they're iced, you need to keep them in the refrigerator, okay? So just be sure to do that. You don't have to put a whole lot of this on there. But Pop's going to enjoy these, and Nan's going to enjoy these too. Oh, mercy, they're going to be good. But Bella and I had one. We were doing some work on some cookbooks, and we had one, and oh, Bella come back and got another one. And she's not big on chocolate, so these were really, really good. I hope y'all get a chance to make you some. They're simple ingredients that you have in your house. You're not having to run to the supermarket to get a bunch of things, and I guarantee you are going to love these. I had so many of the muffin liners that I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to put them in my cabinet, and now I can't remember where I put them. But just want you to know how good these babies are. Delicious. And it made how many? It made about, well, we ate some, so I don't not really sure about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we ate at least 2, maybe 3. So that's how many that it made. And if you have these little pans, and if you don't have the pans and you want to get them, I'll put a little link down there in the comments, so you all can order one of the pans if you want to, or you can bake them in. It's only going to make about 12 muffins if you're going to put them in a big muffin thing. It's only going to make about 12. Now, I'm going to wash my hands. Here we go. Look how pretty. These things are delicious. I'm telling you, I'm going to have an extra over here. And this is as big as a muffin, really. When you, and 14 is how many we had. My goodness. I've got some crumbs over here. I hope y'all get a chance. I know I feel like I got chocolate all over me. I hope y'all get a chance to make you some. Simple recipe, but you talk about giving a bang. This gives a bang and a buck for your money. I'll get it out here in a minute. It's a bang for your money, is what I've got to say. And when we go on vacation, no matter what season, I can tell you this, I pick certain recipes to make while we are on vacation. And I can tell you, this will be a recipe that will be taken with us. So I just want to tell y'all that I love you and tell you how much the good Lord loves you. And I hope and pray that y'all have a blessed day. I just really do. God's been so good to us. Don't forget that. Praise Him and lift His name above all names. He's worthy of our praise. I will see you all next time, Lord willing, and we'll do another recipe, or we'll sit and chat, okay? See you next time. Bye-bye.